the town that disappeared overnight. Imagine waking up one morning to find that an entire town, one you've been to, walked through, spoken to people in, never existed. No records, no maps, no memories from anyone but you. That's exactly what happened to me. 1 month ago, I drove through a quiet little town called Blackwood, had coffee at a diner, took notes for a story. But today, there's no sign it was ever real. The streets are gone. The buildings are gone. Even the people are gone. And the worst part? Someone or something doesn't want me to remember. But I do. And now, I have to find out what really happened to the town that disappeared overnight. It started with a phone call. I was in my office, half awake, staring at a blinking cursor on a blank document when my cell rang. Unknown number. Normally, I'd ignore it, but something made me pick up. Please, you have to help me. A woman's voice, frantic, barely above a whisper. I sat up. Who is this? I asked. They're coming. They're erasing everything. Please, if anyone finds this. Static. Then silence. I checked the call log. No number. No record. Like the call never happened. But before the line went dead, I heard one word that would change everything. Blackwood. A town. A place I'd been before. But when I searched for it, it didn't exist. I had been to Blackwood. I knew it was real. Just last month I drove through its quiet streets, had coffee at a diner called Maze, even took notes for a story I was writing about small-town life. But now, no maps, no records, no newspaper articles, nothing. It was like the town had been wiped from existence. I reached out to colleagues. No one had ever heard of Blackwood. My editor told me I was chasing ghosts. But I knew what I saw, and I had a feeling I wasn't supposed to remember. That meant one thing. I had to go back. I packed my bag, threw my laptop in the passenger seat, and started driving. Highway 17, the same road I'd taken before. But something was wrong. The closer I got to where Blackwood should be, the more empty the road felt. No cars, no signs, just endless asphalt stretching into a fog that thickened with every mile. Then my GPS glitched. The screen flashed white, coordinates scrambled, and then... Turn back. 2 words. Just that. I gripped the wheel. I wasn't turning back. Because up ahead, just barely visible through the mist, I saw the town. Blackwood. It was still there, wasn't it? I pulled into what used to be Main Street, but the buildings were wrong. They looked the same, but older, rotting, decayed, like they had been abandoned for decades. May's Diner? Boarded up? The gas station? Rusted, windows shattered? The town square? Overgrown with weeds? And yet, somewhere, faintly, I swore I could hear voices, footsteps. Something was watching me. And then, I saw her. A woman standing at the edge of the street, the same voice from the call. She raised a shaking hand and pointed behind me. They know you're here. I turned dash. And the town disappeared. 1 second, I was in the middle of Blackwood. The next, I was in an empty field. No buildings, no streets, no trace of anything that had been there moments ago. Just silence. And in the dirt at my feet, scrawled like a warning, "Don't forget." I wasn't the only one who remembered Blackwood. I found a forum, deep in the corners of the internet. People talking about a town that vanished, discussions erased, users who mentioned it. Gone. But one message was still there, buried in an old thread. We were there. They took everything, and we're next. A list of names followed. My blood turned to ice. One of them was mine. That night, my phone rang again. Unknown number. I answered. Silence. Then, the same static from before. And beneath it, barely audible, a whisper. "They see you." A crash outside my window. Footsteps in the hallway. I wasn't alone anymore. I woke up to a different world. My notes, gone. My laptop, factory reset. My name wasn't even in my phone contacts, like someone had started erasing me. I needed answers, and there was only one place left to find them. The records office. But when I got there was nothing on Blackwood, except for one document, a file stamped with 2 words, "Experiment terminated." Blackwood wasn't just a town, it was a test. Something had been done to the people there, something unnatural. And when it failed, they erased everything, the buildings, the history, the people. But for some reason, I still remembered. And that made me dangerous. Because if they erased a whole town, what would they do to me? I ran. I didn't know where I was going, only that I had to get out. But before I left, I checked my phone one last time. And there was a final message waiting for me. Not a call, not a text. A video. I pressed play. It was me. Standing in front of a camera, looking dead into the lens. If you're seeing this, it means they got me. Static. The screen went black. And just before it did, I swear I saw something moving behind me. Something that wasn't human. Then, my phone powered off. And when I turned it back on, there was no video, no record. Just a single text message. 2 words. "You're next." Subscribe now for more mind-bending mysteries. Comment below. What do you think happened to Blackwood? Like this video if you love eerie, suspenseful storytelling. The truth is out there, but some things are meant to stay forgotten.